This is Noma Dimitri from San Sebastian, Spain. San Sebastian is the cultural capital of Europe for the year 2016, and one of the major exhibition spaces they have just completed is the Tabacalera. The Tabacalera is an old tobacco factory in the heart of San Sebastian, which was just renovated into a cultural space. I'm in one of the rooms of the Tabacalera now in an exhibit, and we'll just take a quick look of what it's about. It's really beautifully done, ultra-modern renovation of an old building, and full of audiovisual stuff that's all over me. So we can just take a quick look without really understanding what it is, just so that you get a flavor of what we're talking about. There are projections everywhere, like over here, of things moving around, projecting behind me on the walls and even on the floor. So if I'm actually standing right over here, you can see all the images moving around. It's a projection, it's an exhibit about moving images. Further on, as I'm walking around, you'll see this beautiful space, totally minimalist, with a shiny, beautiful cement floor and kind of minimalist furniture around, projecting stuff such as movies on the walls, everything kind of ethereal and light and beautifully made. And then we're going to walk outside of this particular space. The Tabacaleria is enormous. Imagine a huge tobacco factory in the middle of the city. So we're talking about a really, really big space. There are all kinds of places to sit down and study images, and all kinds of monographs everywhere, and even some kind of fantastic like futon beds to just lie down and relax after a long day of being a nomad or a traveler. Further over here, there's another kind of thing with moving images. I believe it's something about Spanish cinema and the story of Spanish cinema. And over here, this beautiful exhibit, it seems to be of dams and water, lots and lots of framed photos of all kinds of dams. You can see them all around me, like an amphitheater of framed photographs, with the theme being water and dams. In the few minutes that we have left, I'm going to walk out of this exhibit and give you a look on how this beautiful space was renovated. You're going to get a feeling of how colossal this is. You can see behind the large hallways, and this is just a tiny amount, because if I go to this balcony over here, you're going to get a better picture of what we're talking about. It's an enormous building with an atrium. There's the atrium where you can see the sky. That used to be presumably the courtyard of this gigantic tobacco factory, and you can see all around us what they have done with it. It's brand new and shiny. It's just opened last week, and I was lucky enough to get here to see it. And right over here, I'm going to hang out of the balcony so you can see this other wall. You can see kind of other exhibit spaces, etc., etc., and again, the fantastic dome. Once again, 2016 is the year to visit San Sebastian in northern Spain, in the Basque Country, because it's the cultural capital of Europe. An institution, a European institution, awarded every year, every 2 years, I'm not really sure. One city in Europe is elected after a rigorous context to represent Europe as the cultural capital of Europe. There have been many cities that you know already in this context, and for 2016 we're going to have San Sebastian. San Sebastian is already a fantastic place to visit, not only because of the fantastic gastronomy, the rich cultural offerings, the wonderful architecture, but especially for the warmth of the Basque people, some of the friendliest people I've ever run into, especially in Europe. So once again, the Tabacaleria, this is the place where I'm going to have lunch, down over there. Here's the renovated place. Noma Dimitri from the Tabacaleria in San Sebastian, Spain. Happy travels.